What's going on, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Acura Honda Classic. Well, I got a real cool one for you today. We're gonna take this old rusty brake setup and we're gonna make it look like this. Now, if you all remember from episode 2, the junkyard find, these actually came from the same exact car. So if you missed that, go back and check it out. So we're gonna let the guys get to it now, and you're not gonna wanna miss this.
Hey guys, and we're at the press. We're going to go ahead and we're going to start by disassembling the race off of the hub and then pressing the bearing out of the spindle knuckle here. So we got our snap-on, what's this called? A race tool, or I don't know, like a bearing splitter. I'm sure there's some technical term for it. But what this did is we put it in the vise and we used it to start to get a lip right under the race. Some butchers will do it with a grinder. We're going to do it the right way. So here we go. Get all the flares so it doesn't off. Perfect. And that's what we just removed. There we go. Next step, we're going to press the bearing out of the hub. This is my favorite part. Right there. Perfect. Yeah, that thing's part of it now. I like to see new people around the press. When that thing breaks loose, you know what you should see? When the trailing arm bushing comes out, or any kind of control arm bushing, that thing really...
This is all new to me. This is, wow.
That's actually the bearing moving from its position, being pressed out.
These things are not the exact same size. This is a hair bigger than this, so the press fit gives it a perfect fit.
It's a little bit of rust. That's why we just kind of broke loose.
Yep. That was that loud noise that got you a little startled there. But it's like the first time you shot a gun, huh?
Yeah. No, I think you got a little bit of that too.
Hell yeah!
Right.
Anyone who doesn't jump at that, they've been pretty solid.
So what's the next step from here?
We'll get this cleaned up.
Tape them off.
And then we will get it painted.
Man, I'd say about 20 years of dirt came off of this thing. We'll give it a light little scuff, and we're gonna go ahead and paint this black, like a nice satin black, and then we're gonna paint the calipers. So stay tuned, you'll go and see that in the next scene, and then we're gonna assemble it all back together. Okay, so we're back here in the body shop and we're gonna get the calipers all painted, and we're gonna go over here and we're gonna get this spindle painted. This is gonna be in black, but for the calipers we're actually gonna be using a primer first because it's a little bit more high heat. and we want to give it a good foundation. And after the primer is applied, we're going to go ahead and we'll use the high temperature aluminum spray. Now before we do any of this, we clean this down, scrub it down. We use wax and grease, the greaser. I got all the debris off. So now we're ready to hit it. Diaz is gonna hit it with the primer, get everything primed up. We'll let that sit for about 20 minutes, let it flash. And then from there, we're gonna go ahead with this. So let's check it out. Let's see how it all turns out when it's done. Okay, so we got the parts back from the paint department, and boy, do they really look good. I mean, look at everything here. It looks like it's brand new, crispy. You'll see a little bit more when the guys open it up. Got some new parts over here. So pretty much what they're gonna do is they're gonna tell you exactly what's going on and how to assemble it. So I'm gonna turn it over to those guys, and let's see exactly what we're gonna be doing here right now. Okay, so we're gonna talk to the guys and see exactly what do you guys got going on over here.
All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna reassemble everything, put new bearings, new ball joints, and the repainted calipers, new backing plate, and press the hub, reassemble the entire spindle here. But the first step is putting the ball joint in. And that's what we're gonna do right now. And I know Miguel's got a special tool set up just for that. You want to show us how it's done?
Basically, this is a tool by SP Tools, and it's basically driven off the air hammer. This will remove the ball joint. It'll also install it right here on the bench, the aid of a vise or a buddy holding the knuckle. And yeah, works out pretty good, man. So here we go.
Into it. So the first step is we got to remove the boot and the spring that holds it in place.
Yeah,
because we don't want the boot to get damaged when it's getting pressed in. So he removed this retaining clip first, and now he's going to pull the boot off. And when he pulls it off, he's going to try and collect all the grease. See, there's grease. You can almost cup the grease. You see, it came off pretty good. It stayed in the boot there. So now we take this, we put it to the side, and we're going to load this into here.
Yeah.
But first, we got 3 different size pieces here, adapters for different ball joints. Miguel's going to find the one that fits it just right.
So B fits it the best, I believe.
Is that the one?
Yeah. Actually, A works.
A looks nice.
A fits it good. Okay.
Get squared up. Remember the last time we took a hammer and we kind of just tapped it.
Yeah.
Just to get it started.
Yeah.
Use the brass hammer right here. It's a brass hammer you can use to hit metal and it doesn't deform. The hammer will totally deform before the metal does. So we'll just use this. We get it tightened up. Now we're going to get the tool set up in the air hammer. We're going to get the air hose.
That's interesting.
See how that goes there?
Ready?
Go. You see, we went in till it was flush. It'll stop all on its own. And now, that's how it sits. Now the last step is just to put the boot back on and put the clip right back over top of it. And that's how you install a new ball joint into the knuckle. This is the trickiest part right here, is getting this thing down on it. Want to take your time, make sure that you don't poke anything too hard. You don't want any holes in this right here. Was that funny to you, Brian? Did you find that humorous, my terminology? I guess so. You just ignore me. You smell food, don't you? Oh! Let's go. Oh man. Someone just gave me the 10 milli. Look at that.
That's how a Honda special train technician does it.
That's right.
Ooh.
Look at that.
Very good looking.
I'm gonna go around.
Now the next step is the bearing. And that's where we get to use the hydraulic press. That's the fun part. All right, so we're at the next step where we're gonna press the bearing into the knuckle. So that happens over at the press. This is where all the fun goes down. So we've already got a couple things set up. Everyone's got a few different ways they do it. We found that this way works the best for us. So you're gonna put a little lube on there to guide it because everything goes a little smoother with lube, right, Mike?
Yes, sir. Some people are not gonna like that, but
Hey,
stop
man.
crying.
Yeah, don't cry. There's no crying in baseball. All right, let's get that. Line everything up. Now we're gonna flip this over real quick. This here, you can keep pressing it right back on, the way you had it before.
Oh,
This will go right inside. Oh, man, something smells delicious over here. That's it.
Now, what are those sounds that we're hearing?
That's the sound of the bearing pressing and spreading into the steel and giving us a solid fit. You see how everything
It's
fits?
fascinating.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's what we do all day here.
This is beautiful.
That's it. Now, the next step is we're going to come over here, install the C-clip with our snap ring pliers right here. And now there's one way it goes. Which way does it go, Mike?
you got two sides. You got a flat side and you got a cone side here.
Yeah.
The flat side go down, so it stay flush.
And then it fits in there a little more smooth, right?
What's the purpose of that?
It just gives it a more solid fit. Everything's machined.
You never want to press the bearing with that still in the hub.
Oh no.
Just saying.
That causes chaos. Perfect. Now, what we always like to do is this. Is we like to hit it in and make sure. 9 out of 10 times, it's fine. This is just insurance.
Just want to make sure that the clip sit right in between the grooves.
And if you got rust on there, you want to clean everything off with the wire brush. Clean out that groove, clean off this clip.
Prior?
Yeah, prior to installing everything. So now the next step is we get to install these fancy brand new backing plates on here. And these go on pretty simple. Oh yeah. Someone's got to know how to guide it.
I've done a few of them.
So, you see, we got brand new parts here.
Yeah, we'll take that off later.
Are these available?
Yeah.
These are still available. You know, things on these Integras, they're going extinct real quick at the dealership.
Wow.
So, luckily, since we could get them new, we didn't have to restore the other ones because we got these on at the junkyard, right? These hubs.
Yep.
And this was all destroyed from the junkyard. They just dragged the cars around.
It's
and beat the
amazing
crap.
how you go to your local junkyard, pull it, brand new. Take it off the car, have OEM parts. A few bucks later, you have brand new OEM parts.
It's all about putting the time in.
This is just a piece of metal. So yeah, it's amazing. Nothing moves. All the moving is done inside there. It's just amazing.
Now the next step, we have to press the hub into that. And we're going to take this, we're going to retract up everything, and we're going to do it just like we did the bearing.
right in here.
Right there to here. Now this, you want to do a little different. Instead of using this bigger hub, we want to press on the inner race, because when we go in, if we support it here, it's going to tear the bearing apart. So we'll take this piece here.
It's gonna push the inner race out.
Yeah. See right there. You want to press on this race, not the outer hub. Very important. There we go. Line everything up perfect. And put some pressure on it. Money. That's it.
What did we do before machines?
I mean, they've always been using presses. You can do this like a butcher with a hammer. I've done it before with a hammer. You know, you gotta get it done however you get it done, but there's the right way and the wrong way, that's for sure.
In the backyard?
So our last step, we're gonna throw the rotor on here, right? Wanna throw the rotor on this thing? We got a brand new Honda rotor.
Oh yeah.
OEM.
Oh yeah, baby. That's a big rotor, man. What's that? Type R?
Of course.
sir.
We're not building no Civic coupe, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. They got wheels in the front, man.
Yeah, the stock rotor though, right?
No. Got a big boy in there.
So you want to line up the countersunk holes with the two screws. There's only really one way where it goes on.
So you go this way. Well, there's no hole.
Yeah, it doesn't line up the threading on the hub. There we go. That's it. We got some brand new screws to go in there to hold it in place.
Yeah. Those actually came in on shipment today.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
They came from Ohio, not Japan though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
All right. And the last part, we're going to take the assembled caliper and we're going to install it right on here.
Look at that.
Right on the edge there.
Are those new calipers?
These calipers have been painted and restored. And they look just like new.
That's beautiful.
There you go. Let's show this thing off, Mike. Wow. Pretty. All the way around. Even the backside's pretty. You'll never see any of this stuff, but it's perfect. And then you know what? There's something to be said for a brand new ball joint. This is what holds your whole car on. If this thing fails, you're done. It's definitely a small expense to pay to make sure your car's safe. Now what we did also is when we painted these, we went ahead and we taped off everything. We disassembled all this. We took the boots, the pins out. We taped off all this so no paint would get on there. And that way it comes out cleanest and it'll last a lot longer too. We painted everywhere.
And put this brand new retainer on there.
Yeah, these are nice too. You know, they actually suggest that when you do brake jobs that you replace those. It gives you even wear on your brake pads.
That's awesome.
And that's a wrap.